We are continuing to look at measures of central tendency and how you can pull that information in Python. So our previous video looked at mode. Now let's look at median. So let's just get out of here. Again, we are in our workbook. Just a reminder, you can find it at drstephpowers.github.io/BIA. We are working through the descriptive stats workbook. And of course, if you watch the other videos, you know how to access that so that you can edit it. Make sure you check out those other videos as well in order to see how to get the Excel files that we're working through, because you're probably getting tired of me explaining those at the beginning of every video. All right, so we have two data sets we're working on here. We have our bargain clean, and then we have the version that is bargain numeric, where we have taken it and coded all of the questions in our survey. All right, so let's go through this. Median. So if you want to find the median for a particular variable, is the same way as you did with the mode. We just define the table name. So this is df2, that's the coded one. And then in hard brackets, it is going to be the name of the variable, the column in your data table. Where mode parentheses gave you the mode, median parentheses gives you the median. So for question 6, half of the respondents went above it and half below it. So if we just look at, let's pick a couple survey questions. So question 10 was about how much control you have over hours worked. And the next one was time of day, and the next one was location. So 10, 11, and 12. So let's check out 10, 11, and 12. So here's 10. So it looks like for question 10, just go back, in terms of number of hours worked per week, what we see is that half of the people responded above 2 and half below. So it looks like that a lot of people don't have a lot of control over the number of hours that they work. We can look at 11 in comparison. That one's also less control, and 12. So you can see for the most part, when it comes to the number of hours worked, the location they work, and the time of day they work, people don't have any control over those things. We can collect the medians for all the variables. Here we're doing it for the coded data set. So if you're doing it for the coded data set, df2.median, and you can see that its default is to turn it into a table where it lists the variables as rows and has each of the median values. So the reason we transposed the mode in the previous video to have the same format is because then we can create an overall summary table that has all the information. All right, we looked at the median, we looked at the mode. Now let's look at the mean. So to find the mean for a particular variable, that's the average, we would do df2, that's our coded data set, and we would then give the variable name and find the mean. So question 24 was how many years have you been at the company? And so what we find here is that the average is 8.4 years. So don't forget, when you're using mean, median, and mode, it really comes back to what is your measurement scale. So if it is nominal, then you're using mode. If it is ordinal, mode or median are appropriate. If it is Likert scale, so opinion, strongly agree, strongly disagree, then you can do median or mean. And if it's interval or ratio data, then it's median and mean. Okay, so identifying what is the appropriate central tendency given the type of data. So we could look at, when we look at how much control you have in the survey, we can see here at 2.38, so if I go back to our survey question, question 10, how much control do you have over the number of hours per week? The median was 2, the average is 2.38. So that means there's some people who have complete control who are skewing that average a little bit further away from the median, so putting it here. So what we can do is compare the median and the mean. If they are the same, then we have a more symmetric distribution. If they are different, then that means there's a small handful of responses that are way extreme, one way or the other, that are pulling the mean away from the median. So you can compare your mean and your median to see how the rest of the variability is shaping out. We'll look at measures of variability in just a moment. So we have our mean for 1. Here is our mean for all. Okay. So we've looked at median, we've looked at mean, we have looked at our mode. Now we want to start getting into measures of variability. And so we'll just cut this video here and we'll do variability as its own video.